Hey, welcome back. Today we're testing Valheim on the Steam Deck. We're checking low, medium, high, and ultra settings, and some optimized ones too. Ultra and high look good, but are not very smooth. Medium is better, and low might reach 60 FPS. Our optimized settings give a steady 40 FPS. Before we start, remember to click subscribe, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It helps a lot. Alright, let's start by diving into medium settings. The game looks pretty good and runs smoothly. We're seeing a solid frame rate that really helps gameplay. You won't have the most incredible visual details, but the performance makes up for it. Let's take a closer look. Great. On medium settings, we're getting about 45 FPS on average, which is quite good. If you prefer simplicity, this could be perfect for you. However, we believe we can challenge the Steam Deck a bit more, aiming for better graphics, but still keeping a steady frame rate. So let's see how it handles high settings next. Time to crank up the settings. Let's see how Valheim handles high settings on the Steam Deck. Once we make the switch, the difference in visuals is immediately clear. The game's world feels richer and more detailed, but this visual treat does come with a bit of a trade-off. Compared to the medium settings, we've seen our FPS take a hit, dropping by 15. Now, the gameplay still feels decent on the handheld, despite this drop. But for those among you who prize higher frame rates, this could be a slight stumbling block. Yet, it's not all gloom and doom. Now, let's talk about performance in open areas. Here, we've seen FPS going over 40, and trust me when I say, it feels super smooth. It's almost hard to believe that Valheim, with its intricate details and graphics, is playable on high settings on the Steam Deck. The game looks downright gorgeous. Alright, let's see how the Steam Deck handles Valheim at its max settings. This looks so good. The intricate details, the textures, everything is just stunning on Ultra. Even in this dense forest area, our frame rate seems to be holding up quite well, almost the same as what we were getting on high settings. We do notice occasional stuttering, but oddly enough, these seem to occur on all settings. Now, if we take a closer look at the CPU and GPU usage, they seem to be relatively low when these stutters happen. It's worth mentioning that I'm running the game off an external SD card, which could suggest possible texture streaming issues or I/O problems. Out in the open with fewer trees, Ultra settings don't boost FPS as much as high do. Still, the performance holds up well, and the visuals are incredible. If you value max out graphics, the Steam Deck can handle it. Now let's dive into the low settings. These settings are the key to unlocking that sweet 60 frames per second action. Trust me, we're getting pretty darn close, since even on medium settings, we hit a solid 50 frames per second every now and then. But there's a catch. The visuals take a hit. Say goodbye to lush grass, and say hello to a slightly duller game compared to medium settings. The draw distance may be set to low, but we still get enough detail to prevent annoying pop-ups as we explore. The game remains playable, and if you're all about that silky smooth gameplay, low settings might just be for you. Just remember, you'll be sacrificing some eye candy for those extra frames per second. Densely populated areas still look decent, but open spaces are a different story. You'll be staring at empty landscapes as far as the eye can see. Alright, let's dive into the realm of optimization. Our mission? To squeeze out as much eye candy as possible while aiming for a solid 40 frames per second and maximizing that precious battery life. I have to tell you, optimizing this game was an absolute delight. Once you activate the Steam Deck's native FSR, it's not just the FPS that get a boost, it's like a magical super power-up that extends your playtime on battery. With these tweaks, I managed to achieve approximately 2 hours and 20 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay on the Steam Deck. And the best part, the game looks somewhere between medium and high settings. So, you're in for a visual treat. Let's push the boundaries and explore the best settings for playing at a resolution of 1080p. we'll be utilizing the Steam Deck's native FSR to upscale from 800p to 1080p, giving us a smoother gaming experience. Starting with the low preset, I'll be making some personal tweaks to enhance the gameplay. First things first, let's set the vegetation quality to medium. Trust me, this game shines with a touch of grass. Additionally, I'll be increasing the draw distance for a more immersive world and setting the active point light shadows to medium. To optimize performance, we'll remove all unnecessary effects and screen space ambient occlusion. It's exciting to see the frame rates hover between a smooth 50 and 60 FPS, while still enjoying a visually satisfying experience in the world of Valheim. With this balance of performance and graphics, you're in for an epic adventure that will keep you hooked. And that does it for today. Thanks for watching.